everybody. So yesterday was the new moon in Capricorn. Right now, the moon is at 0.7% illumination in the sign of Aquarius. Not even a crescent moon. It's like literally a little tiny sliver of visibility right now. So going from Capricorn into Aquarius energy is good for business. It's good for being analytical. It's good for, being logical at this point in time. Really sorting out your thoughts, getting your plans, your goals all in order. Today is January 11th. We've got that 111 portal, which is all about new beginnings, about new developments, about making some changes. So let's see how this is affecting you. And if this reading does not resonate with you, I have other timeless readings that you can go check out. This reading is for who it resonates for. So yes, let's see, who are you? And I believe that, these readings find who they're meant to find. So may this be your reading. Merkaba. So this is basically the Chariot card of this Oracle deck. This is all about movement, long distance travel, excitement. It's about turning the page, right? Going into a new chapter here. So now that your energy is very movement based. So that doesn't necessarily mean that you have to be physically moving, right? Movement means moving on, moving up, moving out, moving in, so we're gonna get some clarity on that. Exactly what this means for you. You might be seeing a lot of movement in your life in regards to your finances, relationships, those kinds of things. So let's see. Oh shit, dog. Okay, we could be dealing with a Cancer. We could be reading for a Cancer. You could have heavy Cancer in your chart. What I'm seeing here is the Chariot card, right? I just told you, Merkaba is like the Oracle version of the Chariot card, and then the Chariot card came out for you. There's definitely heavy energy of movement. Which is interesting because of the cards that follow. With the Ace of Wands in reverse and the Ace of Cups in reverse, I'm seeing that you could be in the planning stages of this movement. It's heavy on your mind. And it's very interesting because it's almost like you haven't taken that step yet, right? The aces are in reverse, so it's like you haven't, and it's like this next step, when you take that step, it's going to be an act of self-love, right? It's going to ignite your passions, your inspiration. It's going to really pull something out of you. What I'm seeing here with the Seven of Swords is that you could be moving away from deception. I'm going to clarify that and see what that means. The Seven of Swords is the card of lying, cheating, stealing, right? And fine. So, you know, we'll get clarity on that and see exactly what that means. With the King of Cups here, more Cancerian energy, right? Like heavy on that Cancer energy. King of Cups is the king of love. He's also a symbol of maturity. So when the King of Cups shows up, it definitely tells me that you're on a path of self-growth and development. So let's see what this Seven of Swords is. This could be a reason for leaving a situation too. If there was a lot of deceit or you felt like there was manipulation. You could have already walked away from this. You could have already gotten your new beginning. Because I'm seeing kind of contradicting energies here. Like the energy that you're going, that you're like, you know, and also the energy that you've already left. So we're going to dive more into that. Clarifying the Seven of Swords, we have the Death card in reverse, Scorpio energy. And what this is telling me is that you're coming back from feeling like you were deceived or manipulated, or there was something, right? There was some shady behaviors that you're walking away from. And I feel like, you know, this, you walking away from this was also like, it shows your personal growth, your maturity, your ability to walk away from things that are not good for you, that don't serve your highest good. We have the Hermit in reverse, not in reverse, sorry. The next card is in reverse. We have the Hermit card, Virgo energy showing up. You could be alone at this time or like single, I guess. This is the card of solitude. This is a card of taking time for yourself to really sort some shit out. Perhaps you walked away from a relationship where love, respect, and inspiration were not being dished out, right? With the Devil in reverse, Capricorn energy, I definitely feel that whatever it is that you're walking away from, it was toxic, right? This could also be leaving old habits behind, you know, addictions, toxic behaviors, people, places, things. I see kind of like you're just kind of getting a reboot in life. I want to clarify the Ace of Cups in reverse with the Ace of Wands in reverse. See exactly what that means. With the Seven of Pentacles in reverse, I see that something just didn't turn out the way that you had anticipated. Alright, it wasn't as fruitful as you had hoped going in a direction. So I still feel like you have another decision to make, right, in regards to that. With the Judgment card in reverse, you still have a judgment to make. You still have a decision to make. It's like you're on the fence about something here. But it's funny because it looks like you already left a situation, but it looks like you're looking to like move into a new situation, if that makes sense. Let me know in the comments, because that's what I'm seeing. Like you have already left something behind, something that wasn't good for you. But I also see that even though you've left that behind, you're still in the mode of like, well, what's next? Where am I going to after this? Like, you're still in that Chariot energy. It's like you know that where you're at is not like your destination. And with the Judgment in reverse, that's followed up by the Ten of Cups. And it looks like you have a decision to make that could lead you to feeling very emotionally abundant, right? The Ten of Cups is like having it all, right? It's having like a strong partnership, a lot of love in your life. It's feeling very fulfilled. But it's like you're one decision away from that. So what's holding you back from making that decision? Very interesting. So we have the Six of Cups in reverse here. You've been becoming very fiercely independent, right? Like, or perhaps you've just perhaps you've been in solitude for some time. Like, perhaps you've been like single for a while. And making a decision like that can be pretty difficult because then it requires you to step outside of your comfort zone, right? Which it looks like you're already kind of stepping out of your comfort zone. We have the King of Wands showing up. The King of Wands is the King of Fire, right? The King of Inspiration, King of Passion. It's very motivated energy. It's that Leo, Sagittarius, Aries energy. Right now you've got a lot on the board. You've got Scorpio, Cancer, Virgo. You've got air, fire, water. And even some pentacles, you know, some earth. So yeah, you've got pretty much everything on the board here. You've got a lot of major arcana, which tells me that this is a life-altering thing that you're going through, right? Like, whatever it is, these challenges that you're facing, you know that it's going to shape the outcomes for you in a pretty big way. We have the Ace of Swords in reverse. You've got all your aces are coming in reverse, which is really interesting to me because it's almost like with the Ace of Swords, like that's struggling to take an action or to speak a truth, right? Which is interesting because the King of Wands is all about honest communication. So I do see honest communication coming out of you, but it's like there's something specifically that is left unsaid or undone. Right? Like you feel like there's like unfinished business somewhere. With the Ace of Wands in reverse, the Ace of Cups in reverse. Ace of Wands is all about a passionate new beginning, right? Ace of Cups is like a new beginning in love. With the Judgment in reverse, it's like I see that like perhaps it could be your own reluctance to like pursue somebody or to like date, that's like kind of halting this like from turning into the Ten of Cups, right? Because I do see like you're one decision away from the Ten of Cups. With the Six of Cups in reverse, it's like you've just been very fiercely independent, right? Or perhaps you're trying, you know, to like shut out the energies of the past here. Then you have 111 in reverse. Today is 111. You know, that's pretty interesting. You might not be feeling completely 100% today, you know. Oh. Let's see. What else? Tell me more. that's interesting. You are an interesting character, my friend. I'm seeing Ten of Pentacles show up, right? This is what's on the horizon for you, right? The Ten of Cups, Ten of Pentacles. This is all about like generational wealth, and like a wealth of, or like an abundance of emotional stability, security, like feeling like you're great, right? We have the Two of Swords in reverse. And I'm seeing this energy of, if you want your Ten of Pentacles, if you want your Ten of Cups, it's going to require a level of vulnerability, alright? Like, you're going to have to put the swords down. You're going to have to, like, take the blindfold off. You're going to have to really assess your situation here and really, like, think about what it is that you want rather than focusing on the blockages. If you focus on the blockages, you'll manifest more blockages. If you focus on what you want, you'll see more of what you want, right? If you have more gratitude for that, if you have more gratitude for what you already have. If you notice, like, we have a tendency to manifest the opposite of what we want, right? And that's because of the kind of energy with the human brain has a negative bias. So it's like the kind of energy that people feed to what they don't want is actually the kind of energy that you should be feeding into what you do want, right? And you know, one controversial thing is to not want, because the energy of wanting is the energy of lacking, you know. So if you want something, that means that you're lacking something, and that tells the universe that you don't already have it. And the energy of manifestation is that you should already be in the mode of, you have it, this is yours, you know. And you don't long for what is yours, right? Like, because it's yours. So, yeah. We have the Knight of Swords here in reverse. This coincides with the Ace of Swords in reverse, like failure to take an action or failure to speak a truth. Whether this is you or somebody that you're dealing with, it's like there's something left unsaid. That's a big thing that's really coming through heavy in your reading, is that there's just a lot left unsaid. But I mean, there's honest communication with the King of Wands. It's just, with the King of Cups too, there's also a lot of emotions, right? And with that whole lot of emotions, it might be hard to formulate your words or to figure out how to approach a situation. With the Nine of Cups in reverse, it's like, yeah, I'm seeing that you've gotten a lot in life that you just didn't really want, and your biggest concern here is that you do take a risk, or if this is somebody that you're dealing with, right? Roles could be reversed in this. It's like somebody here is afraid that if they do pursue something, it may not be all that they want it to be, right? With the Knave of Chalices or the Knave of Cups in reverse, this is why either you or the person you're dealing with is not like moving forward or like coming forward with something. Things are being left unsaid, right? But then that's interesting, because then the next card that comes out is the Lover's card. Alright? And what I'm hearing is this line from a Falling in Reverse song where he said, I'm learning that, like, my fate is, or I'm learning that fate is something I can't escape, you know? And that's what's coming through with this. And seeing the Ten of Cups, Ten of Pentacles, and the Lover's card, Gemini energy, with the King of Cups, it's like there's a lot of emotions. There's a lot of desire, right? There's a lot of wanting a certain dynamic, but struggling to pursue it with the Ace of Swords and the Knight of Swords in reverse and the Knave of Cups in reverse. So what's your advice? The Queen of Cups is your advice. That's hilarious, because you showed up as the King of Cups first. Your advice is the Queen of Cups. Perhaps that's to tap into your feminine aspects. Perhaps that is to communicate with your feminine, right? These are divine counterparts, right? And right now their backs are kind of turned to each other, if you notice the way I've held that. But what I'm looking at with the Lovers card is this energy of them coming together. So your advice is that. El enamorado, right? Your advice is to bring it together, right? Instead of like turning your back on this situation. And it's like you're one decision away from having it all. What holds you back, right? What really holds you back from this then? Is it the fear of success, right? Because that's pretty much what's on the table here is success. So it's like, is it the fear of success that stops you from like pursuing this, or is it the fear of failure? Because both fears are the strongest fears that a person could experience. Interesting. We have the Sun card, Leo energy coming out with the King of Swords. Heavy Leo energy. Either you or your person could be Leo. But it definitely looks like this masculine figure is just kind of like afraid to let their guard down, or like afraid of vulnerability. Like somebody is just ready to fight, but not for something, more against something. Like it's almost easier to like fight it and cut it off than it is to actually pursue it and have it. The Sun card tells me though that even fate is something you can't escape, right? And so the Sun card is inevitable abundance, right? It's the 10-10 energy that we see here. It's inevitably like things will come to fruition for you. Things will line up. Things will be it's almost like saying, like, if you don't make a move, the universe will, right? Like, there will be divine intervention that will put things in order. However that looks. And vice versa, if that's your person. I don't know, I'm reading it like I see it. Like I said, roles could be reversed. This feels very personal, like very like personal kind of reading. That's really interesting. That's hella interesting. So, on top of having the Queen of Cups with the King of Cups, divine counterparts, we also have now the Queen of Wands which goes with the King of Wands, right? Divine counterparts. Like with the Cups again, like their backs are kind of turned on each other. They're not focused on each other. But I do see a realigning of this energy. I mean, just seeing these together, right? Like with the Lovers card coming out, like this definitely looks like divine counterparts, right? Like something that's meant to happen. The Queen of Wands showed up with the Nine of Pentacles, which tells me that this Queen of Wands is like fiercely independent, right? The Queen of Wands is the most attractive queen in the entire deck. She is kind of in the spotlight, very creative, very nurturing, very loving. The Queen of Cups is very like mature and loving and understanding, very intuitive too, right? Both fire and water. And then even that dynamic is interesting, that you're showing up as a pair in the fire and in the water. It's almost like you're hot, then you're cold, you know. You're yes, then you're no. You're in, then you're out. That's what's coming to mind with this. Is it's like it's very hot and cold. It's very like, hell yeah, I'm feeling it. I'm ready. I'm pursuing it. And then it's like, no wait, I'm scared. I'm taking a step back. I don't know about all this. And it's very back and forth. Very back and forth. Yeah, with the Five of Cups, because you focus a lot, or your person focuses a lot, take it as it resonates, on what has been disappointing, right? On emotional disappointments. It's like, oh, I've tried this before with other people and I failed and it didn't work out. That was with other people. That was not with your divine counterpart. That's a huge defining difference here. Also, with the Six of Swords, it's like saying that you have had to walk away from situations, or somebody has walked away from you in the past, and it was very emotionally damaging, right? So I feel that there's like some trauma that your heart has yet to overcome, right? Or to like work through, but it requires you sitting with that feeling or those feelings and trying to understand them on a deeper level. Three of Wands. There could be third-party interference, right? This is also the energy of just like waiting, right? Somebody here is just kind of like waiting for the ships to come in, waiting for things to just kind of pan out. But that's, you know, it's like you could wait until eventually the opportunity just isn't there, right? Until, and like for what, right? If this life is just for experience and for whatever, then like, why are you afraid to experience? Because you've been hurt before. Because it sucked. Because you thought that that was your everything and it did not work out. That's why. And now you're afraid if you feel anything remotely similar to that, that it's like gonna pan out the same way. Well, no two people are the same, right? In the same way that like no two relationships are the same. And I think that's something that you need to realize. What you've experienced with somebody else is not necessarily what you would experience with another person. I've never dated two people that gave me the same experience, right? And so I feel that like, yeah, there's just like a limiting belief here in regards to that. You're just, there's too many comparisons. And like, and what you're comparing has no comparison, really. But that requires you to dive deeper to see that, to understand that. The Queen of Swords in reverse, that's interesting because the King of Swords was in the upright and the Queen of Swords is in reverse. I feel like the feminine energy here is kind of in the energy of surrender, vulnerability, right? This is like the energy of like, fine, I'm putting my sword down. I'm just not fighting for or against this. I'm just neutral, right? So with the King of Pentacles in reverse, I'm seeing the masculine kind of in this energy of feeling like they don't have enough to offer, or yeah. But with the, I mean, the Queen of Wands showed up with the Nine of Pentacles. They don't need you to offer anything, right? Like, it's, they don't really, like, rely on people like that. They're very independent. So it's almost like a lot of this decision is based on material aspects, and this is just not a material connection. With the Knight of Wands, I do see like somebody might be like, I don't want to say player mode, right? But somebody's definitely like flirting, talking to people, you know, like not afraid to put themselves out there. And I would bet it's this Queen of Swords in reverse because she's sitting in a neutral position, very like confident in what she's created for herself, very attractive, you know. With the Queen of Wands, it's like I'm feeling like, yeah, like somebody is not allowing themselves to be like caught up in their heads over this. They're just like, whatever, you know. Three of Pentacles. This could be somebody that you work with. This could even be a roommate situation. Three of Pentacles is typically a connection where like money is involved, right? And that's typically like work and home. It doesn't look like you are in union yet. It does look like that is a huge potential though. It just kind of requires both parties to like not be all up in their heads about it. So let's see. Yeah, I'm seeing the Wheel of Fortune. Fortune favors the bold, as Matt Damon once said in a commercial I saw once. The Wheel of Fortune. Even fate is something you can't escape, bro. This is the wheel of fate, the wheel of destiny, right? This is que sera, sera. What will be, right? That's, and how that pans out is really fucking interesting. Because it's like, despite all the resistance, despite all the hesitation, despite all the obstacles, the emotional obstacles, all the disappointment, all of that, despite everything, it's like things are going to be turning around, right? Like, there's endings and new beginnings. There's divine counterparts all over this fucking reading. The Lovers, you know. I'm seeing abundance really play out. The sun and the wheel of fortune being in the same reading indicates that like your outcomes are a lot brighter than you realize. I'm seeing like you're divinely favored, and that's why you keep getting the opportunity for this over and over. It's like, it's almost like you pray for a thing, the thing shows up, but then you're afraid of the thing because of what you've experienced in the past, and it's like, well, did you want it or not? Right? Like, is this, you know? Reminds me of that song. You gonna kiss me or not? Yeah, dude. Like, do you want it or not? You prayed for it. You set the thing in motion. Now I see a series of events, and then I see like a hard-headedness or stubbornness, like a fear of actually pursuing the thing or actually like moving forward with the thing that you yourself have manifested or like have prayed about, have wanted, you know. It's very interesting. Yuga Shakti. We may yearn for circumstances to unfold according to our personal preferences, yet to trust in divine timing alleviates stress and fosters a more peaceful relationship with the universe. Even the right thing cannot attain fruition at the wrong time. A negative cycle is due to end, and a new dawn shall arise. Guna Tantrika. It takes strength of spirit not to override inner knowing with social pressures or an inhuman expectation for constant performance. Trust in the shifting cycles to give yourself what you need for well-being. No being benefits when you are at odds with yourself. You have the inner power and capacity to be at peace within your being now. And that is what I have for you. Namaste. I love you guys, and I'll see you later.